as an American, as a Christian, a person partly of African descent, born in Hawaii, a place that could not be. Further than where Shimon spent his youth, I took great pleasure in my friendship with this older, wiser man. We shared a love of words and books and history. And perhaps, like most politicians, we shared too great a joy in hearing ourselves talk. But beyond that, I think our friendship was rooted in the fact that I could somehow see myself in his story. And maybe he could see himself in mine. Because for all of our differences, both of us had lived such unlikely lives. It was so surprising to see the two of us where we had started. Talking together in the White House, meeting here in Israel. And I think both of us understood that we were here only because in some way we reflected the magnificent story of our nations. Shimon's story, the story of Israel, the experience of the Jewish people, I believe it is universal. It's the story of a people who, over so many centuries in the wilderness, never gave up on that basic human longing to return home. It's the story of a people who suffered the boot of oppression and the shutting of the gas chamber's door. And yet never gave up on a belief in goodness. And it's the story of a man who was counted on. And then often counted out, again and again, and who never lost hope. Shimon Peres reminds us that the state of Israel, like the United States of America, was not built by cynics. We exist because people before us refused to be constrained by the past or the difficulties of the present. And Shimon Peres was never cynical. It is that faith, that optimism, that belief even when all the evidence is to the contrary, that tomorrow can be better, that makes us not just honor Shimon Peres, but love him. The last of the founding generation is now gone. Shimon accomplished enough things in his life for 1,000 men. But he understood that it is better to live to the very end of his time on earth with a longing not for the past but for the dreams that have not yet come. True, an Israel that is secure in a just and lasting peace with its neighbors. And so now this work is in the hand of Israel's next generation. In the hands of Israel's next generation and its friends. Like Joshua, we feel the weight of responsibility that Shimon seemed to wear so lightly. But we draw strength from his example and the fact that he believed in us even when we doubted ourselves. Scripture tells us that before his death, Moses said, I call upon heaven and earth to bear witness this day that I have set before you life and death. Blessing and curse, therefore choose life, that you and your offspring may live. Uvacharta Bakaim. Choose life. For Shimon, let us choose life, as he always did. Let us make his work our own. May God bless his memory. And may God bless this country, and this world, that he loved so dearly. Shimon, Todarabashaver Yakir. Barack Obama. Press conference with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Delivered May 25, 2016, Shima City, Japan. Prime Minister Abe, as interpreted. At the very outset of our small group discussion, I firmly lodged a protest against President Obama as the Japanese Prime Minister with regard to the most recent case in Okinawa. The entire time for the small group discussion was spent on this specific case in Okinawa. And I feel profound resentment against this self-centered and absolutely despicable crime. This case has shocked not only Okinawa, but also deeply shocked the entire Japan. I conveyed to the President that such feelings of Japanese people should be sincerely taken to heart. I also urged the United States to make sure to take effective and thorough means to prevent a recurrence. And vigorously and strictly address the situation. In proceeding with the realignment of the U.S. forces without truly staying together with the feelings of the people in Okinawa, we will not be able to make progress. And there is a tough and challenging road ahead of us as we seek to regain confidence. Which was lost due to the most recent case. However, we both agreed to do our utmost in areas such as impact mitigation in Okinawa through Japan U.S. cooperation. At the plenary meeting, for myself, I conveyed to the President that I wholeheartedly welcome the decision by President Obama to visit Hiroshima, a place which suffered an atomic bomb. And he is going to visit Hiroshima as the first ever U.S. president. I am convinced that when the leader of a nation that is the only nation to have used the nuclear weapon, and the leader of the nation that is the only nation to have suffered atomic bombings in the war, express the feelings of sincere sorrow and pray for the repose of the souls of those citizens who sacrificed their life will create a significant and strong momentum toward the world free of nuclear weapons. Japan and the United States, together, working hand in hand, and continuously doing utmost for global peace. And prosperity. I would like to send such a powerful message from Hiroshima together with President Obama. So, tomorrow, finally, the G7 ISE Shima summit is starting. We could compare notes how we, the G7, can lead the world in addressing various challenges of the international community, including the global economy. Which has become increasingly uncertain, and also the challenges against the international order. In particular, the global economy is going to be the biggest theme for the G7 ISE Shima summit. And both President Obama and I could share the recognition. The G7 should lead the global sustainable and powerful road. My determination is to demonstrate in a thorough manner a way forward toward resolving various challenges of the international community. Through the close cooperation between Japan and the United States. Japan and the United States, working hand in hand for regional and global peace and prosperity. Based on our enduring bond, and also under our alliance of hope. That is the determination that I could renew, together with President Obama today. President Obama, well, I want to thank Prime Minister Abe and the people of Japan for welcoming us. Prime Minister Abe and his team have done an outstanding job preparing for the G7 summit. And we discussed, as Shinzo indicated, the need for us to continue to boost global growth and to move ahead with the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The alliance between the United States and Japan is critical foundation for the security of both of our countries. That alliance has also helped to fortify peace and security throughout the region. As Prime Minister Abe indicated, we did discuss the tragedy that took place in Okinawa. And I extended my sincerest condolences and deepest regrets. And the United States will continue to cooperate fully with the investigation to ensure that justice is done under the Japanese legal system. We also discussed a range of regional issues, and given the threat from North Korea. We agreed to continue reinforcing deterrence and strengthening our defense capabilities. On maritime issues, we are united in upholding freedom of navigation and the peaceful resolution of disputes. We also discussed a range of global issues. Including the need for additional resources to help migrants and refugees, and to support Iraq. And we discussed the role our countries should play in achieving the early entry into force of the Paris Climate Change Agreement. Finally, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to visit with some of our American and Japanese military personnel to thank them for their service. and our visit to Hiroshima will honor all those who were lost in World War II and reaffirm our shared vision of a world without nuclear weapons. As well as highlight the extraordinary alliance that we have been able to forge over these many decades. Question, as interpreted. I would like to ask a question to Prime Minister Abe with regard to the most recent very tragic case in Okinawa. I understand that more than 20 years have already passed since the rape incident. Which involved U.S. Marine Corps officers back in 1995. But even so, we do not see the decreasing number of crimes involving the U.S. people. And it is quite a regrettable trend. And whenever Japan faces each of the case or accident, I understand that the Japanese government has been requesting the US side to take measures to prevent the recurrence of such measures. And also, you have been dealing with the situation through the improvement of the implementation of the SOFA instead of having amendment to the SOFA itself. And I am aware of the fact that your judicial systems are quite different between Japan and the United States. So my question to the Prime Minister is that whether or not you have requested to the President that we should have the revision or amendment to the SOFA. And also, in order for you to see the progress in the base-related issues, I understand that the key is to regain the confidence among the people in Okinawa, as well as ensuring safety and security among the people in Okinawa. So what specific measures are you planning to implement as you move forward?